The event, which took place at the Guinness Ghana Brewery's premises at Achimota, is part of the brand's plan to improve the communication levels of the players in terms of their public speaking, as well as provide them with the requisite knowledge about their personal and social media branding. The idea of the workshop was also to prepare the players for life after the end of their respective football careers. Former Black Queens player and coach Issahaku Kwaku, head of public relations and strategy at the Ghana Football Association, Neil Armstrong Motagbe, and digital marketing experts Abena Chirapa were the resource persons for the workshop. Speaking at the end of the one-day event, the marketing manager at Guinness Ghana, Dina Edu Asare, explained the decision behind the initiative.
We believe that there's life after football. We believe that there's life beyond the pitch. And so as a brand, as a business, we thought of how can we invest in these women to prepare them for life after football or life beyond the pitch. So today we brought together resource people, some old players who are doing very well, even after playing, to come and encourage them and to share their stories with them and also direct them on how to make a better life beyond football or after football. We also have a personal branding expert and a social media expert to also take them through how they can improve their personal branding and then put themselves out there. I mean, today I am very happy hearing the stories of the girls and seeing their dreams and their visions and their ambitions. But point is that social media is a strong tool. Branding is also very strong, right? But how do we make them brand themselves in such a way that they can put themselves out there and get more?
Issahaku, who lectured the players on life after football, also talked about the importance the workshop will have on the players.
Thank you so much and good afternoon to your listeners. I believe this is a very good program for these young girls. During my time, we did not get it like this. I believe we had gotten it like this, we would have been far ahead of where we are now today. That notwithstanding, I think it's also okay. Life is about planning. So if you bring such girls, football players like this to this place and give them this program, I believe it's going to go a long way to let them understand that there is always life after football. Many a time you see these stars that we've been hearing after football, their lives are nothing to write home about. So getting this an opportunity is a very good step in its right direction.
Malta Guinness has been the headline sponsor of the Ghana Women's Premier League in the last 2 seasons. Hazakes Ladies claimed the league title in the just ended season after beating rivals Ampem Dakwa Ladies in the final, which was played at the University of Ghana Stadium.
Now, Usman Bukhari, Mohamed Kudus and Abdul Fattah Issahaku, alongside Inaki Williams, will headline the 2024 edition of the Ghana Football Awards, which is set to be staged at the Grand Arena come tomorrow, Saturday, June 29. The event, which will also be live on Joy Prime, will see the quartet battle for the prestigious Footballer of the Year award, which is the flagship category of the award scheme. Now, the 4 players made the final shortlist of the category after deliberations over a long list, while the Football of the Year is the icing on the cake. Other exciting categories, including the Home-Based Player of the Year, which honors Ghanaian and foreign players who did impress in their respective domestic league. Now, here is a sum of what to expect at this year's event, as narrated by my colleague Nathan Alato.
Is Ghana, the center of the earth, a beautiful spot on the African continent where we have a rich culture, amazing people, vast resources, and most importantly, an undying passion for the beautiful game of football. Football in Ghana has come a long way. From humble beginnings to the most recognized names in the sport. Ghana stands out tall in the world of football and has bred some of the world's best talent. These legends have battled it out on the pitches, inspiring millions of the budding talents around the world to chase their dreams. Today, we celebrate the shining stars who have lit the pitches in Africa and beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to celebrate the best that Ghana football has to offer. Welcome to the Ghana Football Awards.
Yeah, we're just a few hours away to that all-important event, and we're joined by Michael Odro, who's a board member of the award scheme via Zoom. And, well, just connecting with him now, we'll also go through some of the top awards of the night that everybody will be looking forward to. But let's connect with Michael Odro now. Michael, thank you very much for joining us on Prime Sports tonight. We're a few hours away to the event itself. Just bring us up to speed on preparations so far.
Thank you very much. It's been a very difficult last few days. Not difficult in terms of the fact that we want to ensure that everything is prim and proper. We want to ensure that the standards that we have maintained the last few years the bar will be raised a bit higher. So it's been a lot of work the last few hours, the last few days, but I can assure you everything is in place. We are really, really hopeful that this event is going to be the talk of town next week, because it's going to be a very thrilling event. So plans are well advanced, everything is in place. We're moving to the venue tomorrow to start the setup. In fact, tonight we're starting setup before tomorrow.
I mean, just what will be the, what will make this year special? Of course, we saw last year, very, very outstanding event, and already people are looking forward to see what is going to be the surprise element of this year's event. What have you got to share with us in that regard?
If I told you the surprise element, I'll be I'll be already giving it away. But I mean, every year we try to add an addition to the project, to the program. This year we want to do something around unity, around football, or binding us together, football, rallying us together irrespective of our political inclinations or political affiliations. So you would see that fully represented. You see a fusion of all the political parties present at the award ceremony. We want to demonstrate that football is the one thing that brings us together. And so you see that in that few hours, all of us are together, even though the Black Stars are not playing. But football, the Ghana Football Awards has brought us together, and there will be a symbolic gesture on the night.
Amazing. Let's just go through some of the top awards of the night, and
I'll leave that to your imagination.
Yeah, great. Let's just go through some of the top awards of the night. I think key among them is the Footballer of the Year. I think that you've got Inaki Williams, you've got Issahaku, you've got Mohamed Kudus, and you've got what was his name? Just missing out the last player there. Yeah, so that's it. Osman Bukhari. I mean, why these players though? Why these players? How did you settle on these players as the best so far in the calendar year? And of course, I will not ask you who's going to win it because we'll wait for tomorrow. But why did you settle on these players?
So these four players were settled on by the board, and it was down to a vote, because usually what will happen is that there'll be a longer list that includes maybe 10 players who have done well under the season under review. But the facts will speak for themselves. So we'll present to the board statistics about their performances and their contribution to their various clubs, and as well the national football team. And the board, in their wisdom, would do a short list of the top four for the awards. But I mean, I think that anybody who's followed football the last 12 months or the last few months would attest to the fact that these players have been some of our brightest in Europe, and in the national team they have also demonstrated that they can be relied upon. So I don't think anybody will be in doubt that Mohamed Kudus moves to the English Premier League for the first time, and he has double figures in terms of goals and assists, and he's become the talk of town and the toast of the English football fans. Issahaku has helped Leicester to gain promotion to the English Premier League, and in the Championship, he was one of the standout performers for his club. And it's no error or mistake that they want to sign him on permanently. And Inaki Williams also won a trophy for his club. And Osman Bukhari has also been a constant feature in Europe. He's been doing very well. So these players, we believe, in the wisdom of the board, were the 4 shortlisted. And there are other players who came in the long list but couldn't make the shortlist. I believe that the numbers and the statistics speak for themselves.
Michael, though, beyond this particular one, the Footballer of the Year award, which other category personally, interests you the most?
The female categories are of interest to me because oftentimes we tend to focus on men's football and kind of relegate women's football to the background. So we have the overall Women's Footballer of the Year, and we are not limiting it to only the foreign-based players. Sometimes the competition is not fair. So you have also the home-based Female Footballer of the Year. Those awards are very important and very critical to us because we want to promote inclusivity, we want to promote women's football, and we believe that these are things that must be done. And don't forget that beyond the competitive categories are also honorary categories which we use to honor our heroes of the past. So we have a category that is known as the Living Legend Award, and we couch that award to represent the fact that you don't necessarily have to let your heroes die before you honor them. You have to honor them, celebrate them while they are alive. And so the Living Legend Award is one of the awards that has become the highlight of the award scheme. And then we have the Thumbs Up Award. The Thumbs Up Award goes to stakeholders like corporate bodies who have pumped in money or supported in the football ecosystem. A lot of companies are pumping money to ensure that football runs smoothly in our country. And sometimes they don't get rewarded enough for it. And we use the Thumbs Up Award to reward these people. Sometimes it's just not corporate bodies. Sometimes they are individuals who are doing great things or who have done great things for us. So the Living Legend Award last year, Sam Jonah won it. And Sam Jonah, because even though he's a mining tycoon, he was very instrumental in setting up Obuasi Ashanti Goldfields back in the day. And at the time, we were started as one of the best run clubs in the country because they brought a certain level of professionalism to that club. Others in the past who have won it are Abeta Saki, former Black Queens captain the Black Queens to their first World Cup and things like that. So they're very, very exciting, subplots to the award scheme. And it's the reason why we let everybody look forward to it.
Amazing. Well, Michael, we wish you the very best, you and the team the very best. Looking forward to it tomorrow. And you can, Daniel Odro, beg your pardon, looking forward to it tomorrow. And of course, it's going to be live on Joy Prime, so you can make a date live from the Grand Arena. So I'm here, and of course, our very own Nathan Alato will be the host of the event. So look forward to it. We'll see the winners. Who's going to win between, the Women's Footballer of the Year, Mukarama Abdullahi, Jennifer Kankam, Comfort Chebois, Ophelia Amponsam, Bridget Tedu, who clinched the ultimate title in the women's category. We'll see how things pan out. But let's pay attention to some, player transfer in and out. What's the update surrounding Joshua Kimmich? Because we know that, he appears open to moving out of Bayern Munich. Well, what's the update? Where is he likely to end up come next season?
Yeah, Joshua Kimmich found himself on Vincent Kompany's shopping list as well. Kimmich no longer untouchable. He was considered that for so long. Just the Iron Horse at Bayern Munich, played every freaking minute for the defending champions. Well, once defending champions now. Kimmich is unlikely to extend his contract beyond 2025. The German club, they want to make more money. They want a return, on, his ability. And I think they could get it. And also Alphonso Davies is also another player that's kind of in the air, Right now, I think the most focus for most players are going to be the international competitions taking place at the moment. I think a lot more will become clear at the conclusion of these tournaments. But Joshua Kimmich, in my mind, with him leaving Bayern Munich, you're talking about a completely different team now, okay? Because he has been a key piece to their success for nearly a decade.
Interesting. Chris Harrington there, bringing us the latest from Germany. Chris, much appreciating your time over there. Well, that's all we got for you on Prime Sports with me, Razak Musbah. Tomorrow at 8 a.m., do make a date with us. Daniel Cranton, Victor Achutamakolo on Joy Prime as we bring you Prime Sports Extra. Great build-up to the action in the round of 16. Have a wonderful evening.